All right, so quick update for this week. I would say this week wasn't as good as last week, but it's still way better than what I have been in the past. I got my workouts in every day except for 2 days. I had something I needed to get into my boss on Thursday. So I skipped my morning workout on Thursday and I meant to get to it in the afternoon and I just never did. And then I skipped my workout on Friday, but I did get my steps in and then I've picked it up again on Saturday, Sunday, and today. So I was back at it this morning. So I fell off a little bit, but I'm still doing it. As far as my workouts, I fell off a little bit on my diet too. So I was, planning to do the alternate day fasting up until the cruise. And I did it pretty well, like the first half of the week. And then there was one day, like I was supposed to be fasting the whole day. And I made it through the whole day. And I was just like laying in bed and I couldn't get food off my mind. Like I'd even fallen asleep and I like woke up at like 9:30 and I was just like, I don't know. I was just like, I just couldn't stop thinking about it. I felt almost like I was sleepwalking. I mean, I was awake enough, but I was just like, I went in and ate a little bit. It wasn't a whole lot, but I did, kind of mess up the fasting on that day. And I've been tracking, like I mentioned last week, that I got this monitor to test my ketones and my blood sugar. And so I'll get off of here pretty quickly and then I'll show you that. And so yeah, that totally, like the lines are going so good. Like the days that I was fasting, my glucose would go down and my ketones would go up, and then it was just kind of alternating like that. And then that one night that I messed up, I think it was like Wednesday night, it just kind of threw it off, and my glucose has just been like up and hasn't come down. But I'm hoping to get back on it this week. I've got like a week and a half until we leave for the cruise, so we'll just see what happens. Like I'm okay with how I look, but you could always look better, especially if you're gonna get in a bikini or swimsuit. I don't know what I'm gonna wear. I will do like when I pull out my swimsuits and stuff, I may do a video trying those on and see what I want to wear. But anyway, that's about it. It was a decent week, not the best. I was extra hungry this week, just kind of the whole week, but I'm already feeling like I'm not as hungry anymore. So I think that may have been like hormones. I didn't really lose. I meant to check my weight. I'll check it on the app here in a second. I felt like my weight was staying pretty steady. Like it didn't really go up too much, but it also wasn't going down like I expected from like the fasting. So I don't know. I'm just gonna keep going this week how I had planned and see how it goes. So yeah, I'll hop on the apps and show you my little ketone logger and my Fitbit and everything.
All right, so here's the Fitbit app. Like I said, I've been doing pretty good on my steps. So that Friday, I guess it was Friday that I did get my steps in, but I knew one of the days I didn't do it. And then my weight, actually, I looked at it and I am down. If you look at the average from November 26th to December 2nd versus last week, I was actually down about 1.5 pounds on average. So it was actually more than I thought. So that's not too bad, like losing 1.5 pounds in a week. So yeah, we're just gonna keep going with that. Here's how the trend is looking, still kind of on a downward slope. So we'll see how that goes. What else? Oh, my ketone stuff. So I think the best thing to show on this is maybe the graphs. So yeah, so you can see there, I guess I must have eaten on Sunday, and then on Monday my glucose was up a little bit, but then I was fasting all day Monday. So by Tuesday, you can see that in blue, my ketones were pretty high, my glucose was low. And then I ate Tuesday night, and so Wednesday, my glucose went up, my ketones went down. And then Thursday, I think, was the day that I fasted most of the day, and then I ended up eating at night. So then, yeah, there's where it just kind of got way off. My ketones haven't been super high. But yeah, we'll get it back on track this week. Like I said, I'm already feeling like I'm not having as much hunger as I did last week. But it's also been pretty interesting because I can definitely feel when my glucose is low. It got pretty low like a couple of the days, but yeah, when I started feeling like pretty bad from it, then that was kind of when I would start eating. And then I would check my glucose and I'm like, oh, that's pretty low. I need to probably start eating now. I don't know. I'm just testing it out for now, but I'm going to try to keep the alternate day fasting going on up until the cruise. And we'll see how that goes. And I guess I'll hop over and see how my measurements have changed. All right, so here's how I look in my workout clothes. I feel like I may have lost a little bit in my chest this week. I feel like I'm starting to lose there. Still got this. My arms are starting to feel a little bit leaner with my workouts that I've been doing. So let's see what the measurements say. Okay, so last week my band around here, it's been the same pretty much. 32. Actually, it went down a little bit last week. From 32.5 to 32.25. This week it is 32. So that did go down a little bit. Sorry, I'm in a rush. I put this off until like later. So now I'm trying to get ready before I have to cook and start winding down for bed. All right, last week this was 37.5. This week it is, whew, I knew it. I knew I could feel it, 36.5. So I could feel just my sports bra was just a little bit looser this week. My waist last week was 34. And I actually ate earlier today. I had like a holiday lunch thing with my boss. I had to like go out of town for that. So this isn't quite as accurate to measure against last week, but it's still 34. So if I hadn't eaten earlier, maybe a little bit smaller, but whatever. My hips had gone down just a little bit last week. They went down a little bit more. Last week it was 42. This week it's about 41.75, so just a quarter of an inch. And then my thighs have been going down a little bit. I think it's because I haven't been going as heavy. Like the last time when I started working out, my thighs pretty much stayed the same. I think it's because I put on muscle in my legs pretty quickly. Okay, so yeah, they're starting to look a little bit bigger again. They're back up. Last week it was 21.75. This week it's back up to 22. And I'm hoping that some of that is muscle,
because my legs do get like pretty big whenever I work them out. So yeah, not the best this week, but not the worst. But I do feel like, I think last week, like just mentally and with my hormones, my cycle and everything, I think that was gonna be the hardest week. And I feel like that was one of those weeks where I just kind of hold on to weight. But I don't know, we'll see. I feel like it's starting to get there, so we'll see what happens over the next week. Either way, I'm not gonna be that upset. I'm gonna enjoy the cruise. Not really worry too much about how I look, but I just wanna get back in the routine, and I'm hoping that I don't lose it on the cruise. I've already planned, like the cruise ship has a gym, so I've kind of got a plan to like still do just like a basic workout every day on the cruise. And my plan is to do intermittent fasting on the cruise, because they've got like vegan options on their buffet and everything, but they're supposed to have these vegan options for the dinner now. Like Carnival recently rolled out like a whole vegan menu, and like the last time they really only had like one option every night that was like a vegan option. So now there's supposed to be more, so I'm looking forward to eating that on the cruise, and just, yeah, we'll see how it goes. So I will hopefully have a little bit better update next week, and I can say that I've stuck to all this and everything. So see how it goes.